Hello from beautiful central Portugal, where we've had rain, which is amazing. It's been super hot and really horrible, but we had a couple of small rainfalls the past couple of days, and it's just glorious out here. But I'm not here to talk about the weather. I'm here to introduce my next video, which got a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it went a bit bonkers. It's pretty long, but it's packed with stuff. I decided to do a week in the life type of video, and this is it. So rather than just talking about it, let's just dive right into Sunday, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so first task of the week will be framing up the rest of this floor. I'm having some visitors arrive very soon from my friend's place. They're volunteers there, and they want to come check out my place. So I feel like I can't really get into the swing of things yet, but I'll mark out the wood, and then they should be here in about 10 minutes. Have a little visit, show them around, and then get into it full steam ahead after they leave, I hope. Okay, so I've got some visitors today from Keela. They're interns over there.
Hello.
And we're gonna just have a little look around my place.
Yes.
Let's go. I'm happy to have showed them. We had some good chats, and now I'm gonna get back to work. I'm aware I could rip through these cuts very quickly and easily with my jigsaw, but I'm a big fan of hand tools, and I just like the silence, the quiet, and I only have a few cuts to make. Okay, I'm just sitting down to lunch. This shade structure, it's going to be completely revolutionary. I can already tell. I couldn't be sitting out here right now if I didn't have this. And it's really nice to be sitting out here right now, so I'm really happy. So I'm going to sit down to lunch. I've got a book, Building with Straw Bales by Barbara Jones. Really, really amazing book. Highly recommended. I'm taking a look at it now because I'm interested in foundations that don't have cement. She's got a lot of stuff in here about tire foundations, and she's really into making foundations that don't use concrete. So that's what I want to do for my tool shed. So I'm going to have a read, I'm going to eat my eggs, and I'm just going to enjoy this beautiful day and take a break. finish the floor, and then water my garden, and then this evening we'll be tidying up, and I've got some online writing I want to get done as well. So yeah, it's been a busy day. I've had a little bit of a break. I've got my audiobook ready to go, and I'm just gonna go water the garden, and I think I'll do my trees also because I want to empty my water tank. It's probably too windy to talk right now, so less talking, more watering. Okay, garden's watered, floor's done, tidying, not done, that's for tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat dinner and then do some computer work and then go to sleep early. It's quite windy out there today, and so I'm coming at you from the close confines of my car. My car's not very big, so I'm trying to not have the camera right up in my face. I'm going into town mainly because I need to get internet, and in order to get internet, I need to put money into my bank account, and the only way to deposit cash into my bank account is to go into the bank in the big city, which is very annoying, but I suppose I could have planned that better. So today will be probably less of a work day, definitely not as busy as yesterday was, and it'll be more of a cooking and tidying day. So that's my plan for today. Let's see what happens. I also need to drop off what has become an enormous amount of recycling. Just another day in the week, so I'm gonna head into town, try to bang out these jobs as quickly as I can, and get back so I can get to work on my place. Back from town. I've got my groceries, I've topped up my bank account, and now I'm gonna go into full-on tidy mode. And since the idea of showing people video footage of me tidying sounds like the most horrifically boring thing ever to exist, I'm just gonna do a before and after shot, and then I'm just gonna get on with it, stick some podcasts on, go into some sort of like Zen cleaning zone, I hope. And yeah, just tidy that place up, rearrange a little bit, and make it fit for human habitation. Because right now, it's kind of on the cusp. So I've been tidying for what feels like an ungodly amount of time, and this is the result. I've got my little army of Makita batteries up here, ready to go. Obviously not a suitable storage solution for the winter, but for now in the summer it'll do. And then the tools corner of Misery and Doom looks a little bit less miserable and doom-filled, but still very messy. Now I can just take the frying pan and put it on the stove instead of having to risk my life to get it. So these are all very positive developments. And another positive development is this delicious dish that I'm making for this evening. Smells good. As for the rest of today, I'm going to do a bit of writing. I might do a little bit of video editing, and I'm going to drink a beer, and I'm going to wait for my friends to arrive, and then enjoy showing them around my place and having what I hope is a tasty dinner. Okay, I guess that's a wrap on Monday. I'm moderately drunk, but not super drunk, so I shall be up early tomorrow morning, I think. Good morning from Tuesday. It's windy today, but it's beautiful, and I'm going to spend most of my day in the garden. Plan for today is planting. I want to get my garden totally planted out, and I'm going to fill it with all of the very sad looking plants that are in pots that really need to go in the ground. Another thing I want to do is I noticed some pretty big gherkins down there, so I want to pick those and get a batch of refrigerator pickles on. Just pickles that are ready in 24 hours. I'm a little blurry-eyed from yesterday's festivities. I possibly had one beer too many. But it's only 7:30. I'm up way earlier than I was expecting, so I'm excited to get the day started. I'm dirty, I'm exhausted, and I feel really good. Yeah, it's been nice and muddy work. Had my hands in the soil, and it's a hot day, so it's quite strenuous. But yeah, it's great. I love it. And the garden's coming together. But right now, I'm gonna eat an ice cream and sit in my hammock and relax for a bit. So my cucumber bed just behind me that I'm gonna build a trellis for seems fairly healthy. There's a lot of ants on it. And I think that they killed this guy. It looks like they sort of ate the roots. And I'd rather if the ants didn't eat my plants. Ants don't eat my plants. But I'm gonna call it a day in the garden. I've done a lot of work, I think. For the most part, I'm calling my garden planted. It's done, more or less. I need to just give all my seedlings away so I stop being tempted to put more in the ground. I have no self-control. I'm happy with the day of work. I have a lot of work ahead of me, but it's all computer stuff, and that's just boring. So I'm gonna say goodbye for today, Tuesday, and check in again on Wednesday morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Got my coffee, and I'm just gonna get straight into it. I really wanna get this cucumber trellis done today. So I'm going to, just go investigate the situation, see if I can come up with some kind of a plan. I have a vague idea of what I want to do. It involves fencing and these poles and some wires. So I'll go have a look, see what I think of my idea, and then I'm gonna just get into it. My idea is to sort of splay the feet out at the bottom, cross them over somewhere towards the top, wire it all together, possibly do that 3 or 4 times, and then run some fencing along them and wire it all in together. So first step, finish my coffee. Okay, second step, I bought this fencing stuff. So I'm gonna roll out the fencing, I'm gonna measure it, and then I'm going to see about attaching it to the poles. I just realized that I need 2 of these pieces, so I'm gonna repeat that process one more time and then head down to the garden and see about how to fasten it all together. And I think that fence will then in turn hold cucumbers, so it's good enough. I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on this. Making trellises is one of my most hated tasks. I cannot stand it, but somehow it's made a little bit better by the fact that hopefully I don't have to make this again next year. Okay, so it's not my finest work. I'm not the most proud I've been of anything. Sort of weirdly bulgy here. But, you know, who doesn't love a bit of weird bulginess? It'll support cucumbers, so I think. I'm pleased with it. I'm glad it's done. I've been dreading this job for ages, and now I'm gonna tie up the cucumbers, and I hope they're actually climbing cucumbers. I probably should have checked on that. Trellis done to a dubious standard. I'm gonna check it off my list and go eat some lunch. And then after lunch, I'm gonna pickle up some gherkins. Okay, my pickles are in a bowl in the gloomy room. Got my pickles. Well, I've got my cucumbers. I've got garlic, measuring stuff. There's a couple cups of water in there. I'm gonna get a couple more cups of vinegar, salt, sugar, spices, and a liter jar. And so my plan is to chop these guys into a whole bunch of different shapes, stick them in the jar with all the spices and the brine. So let's get started. Yay! Welcome!
Thank you.
On your butt. Bye. See you later.
I love the trellis.
I'll tell my dad. My friends left a while ago, and I've been down in the garden for probably at least an hour, watering and spraying some of my plants with soapy water because I have aphids. A few days of soapy water on the plants should make the ants go away, which is good because they keep biting me and it's very annoying. But it also will make the aphids die or move on. I don't really know. Not of my concern what happens to the aphids. They're messing with my cucumbers, so you know, if aphids have to die, sorry aphids, but I choose cucumbers over you. So that was Wednesday. I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm probably just gonna go to sleep because I'm really exhausted. And I'll be up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna say goodbye from Wednesday. Good morning, it's Thursday, and today will be mostly a boring day. I am going to war with the aphids that my friend has pointed out are on my cucumbers. So I've got my soapy water, and the aphids, they've got to go. The cucumbers are under attack, and I cannot be having aphids and ants ruining my pickles because pickles are important to me, and aphids are far less important to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go do battle. Other than that, I'm gonna be on my computer almost all day. I'll go get sand, very exciting, and then I'll go meet my friends at the cafe later, I think. But today will be hours and hours and hours of video editing. It's time. I'm coming for you, aphids. And I mean business. sunglasses are not working for me. I can't see anything. Much better. Can't do this all day. I've got a video to edit, so I'm going back into the Cave of Darkness, which is kind of depressing given that it's such a beautiful day, but I have a lot of work to do. Holy crap, that was tiring. I do not recommend shoveling sand in the hot sun in Portugal at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. But I'm gonna go hide inside like a vampire and continue my video work and be happy that I have inside tasks to do because it's hot out here and I don't like it. Woo, it's bright out here. It's 7 o'clock and the sun is blazing, but the temperature is basically perfect now. So I've been staring at my computer all day and I'm gonna go water my garden and then I'm gonna go back in for some more. So that's enough for watering. I would have liked to have given the garden a bit more of a soak than that, but I'm tired. My plan for tomorrow is to get up early, water both my gardens, the one up top and the one down here, and then empty my water tank. I want to empty the tank because I want to work on it. I'm gonna go back to my computer. I'm tired, but I feel good. The video is going really well. My garden looks good. Life is good. And I'm gonna call it a day for Thursday and say goodnight, and I'll see you on Friday for hopefully a bit of water tank action. We'll see. Good morning from Friday. I've been up for a while. It's early. I think it's like 7:30. I'm very sleepy because I spent a long time last night working on my videos and didn't go to bed as early as I was hoping. So I've been up early because I wanted to water both my gardens, the top and the bottom, so I could refill my tanks so that I have enough water to last me once I empty my water tank. In order to empty the water tank in a smart way, the best thing to do is to drain it out onto all of my trees. So I haven't done that yet, and that's extremely time consuming because it means dragging the hose around all the time. Probably be working on my video while I do this hose thing. So a little bit of time in the house, I'll go down to the bottom terrace, move the hose to a different tree, and then come back up for half an hour and then repeat, probably for about 15 trees. So that should drain the tank in about a couple of hours, I think. and then I can get to work on some concrete stuff. First things first, I'm going to check on what's happening with the aphids. Okay, so I still see lots of ant activity. Not sure what the black stuff is. I don't think that's aphids, but maybe it's something relating to them. I see a few still on the sunflower. They're still there, but they're definitely fewer. Or are they fewer? They seem pretty active on this plant. I swear this cucumber was not there yesterday. It's so cool to see it growing, clinging on to the trellis. Wow, another giant one there. So many surprise cucumbers. Oh, there's another one. Another surprise cucumber. Who doesn't love a surprise cucumber in the morning? It's beautiful out there, though extremely hot, and I am currently still stuck behind my computer. I'm about to export my video. Done. So I've been basically chained to the computer working on this video for much longer than I expected, but super happy with it. And now I'm going to go outside. No, now I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm going to go outside and go see what's happening in my water tank. Whew. So all I've been doing so far is moving buckets, and I am dripping with sweat. Okay, I'm back in the water tank under partial shade. Not the most environmentally friendly solution, but I basically chucked a bunch of this stuff, silicone, into the hole just below where the pipe was kind of letting water through. And so it's quite difficult to tell yet whether it's working. I don't see any water flow coming from the bottom there, so that is very good. This is a very temporary solution, super sketchy looking, but I suspect that there was a hole here, so I tried to plug that up. It's just all about plugging all the little spaces and seeing what happens. Sun's going down, so bye-bye, hot, brutal sun. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get this brick in place now. Just means mixing up another little load of concrete. That's annoying. I forgot that I needed to cut that brick down to size, which means I need to get my angle grinder out, which is something I just can't be bothered doing. So I'm going to put that mix in this hole here and call it a night as far as working on the water tank. I'm gonna go relax, think about going to bed early, and be up early tomorrow, back in here with wet feet in the water tank, working with concrete. Yay! Boo. Actually, I don't mind it too much. So working with concrete to have a future splash pool and a water tank that doesn't leak all over the place, those are two very strong motivating factors. So I wonder if I'll dream about water tanks this evening. Let's hope not, but one never knows. Anyway, I'm babbling now, so I'll say goodnight, and I'll see you on Saturday morning. Good morning from Saturday. It's a beautiful day out, but I can feel the temperature rising already, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to water my garden, and I'm just going to get back down into the water tank and grab the angle grinder, cut the stone I need, and just, yeah, get mixing concrete and get this thing done so tomorrow evening I can fill my tank back up. Wow, it's hot, and today was a pretty hard day for me. A lot of work with concrete, but I got loads of stuff done. I feel tired. I'm gonna go eat an ice cream. My neighbor gave me some oranges. I'm gonna juice those up and have a big glass of orange juice. And then I think I'm gonna have a little snooze in the hammock. And so that was a week of my life here in central Portugal in June. I think it was a good combination of things, a little bit of social stuff, some interesting jobs, some less interesting jobs. If you like this Week in the Life thing, let me know in the comments, and maybe it's something I can do a few times a year, maybe one per season, 4 times a year, or something like that. So if you're into it, let me know. Also, if you like the video, hit like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Share it around, and I'll see you in the next video.